Guys, happy morning. It is always a challenge to address Gen Z. We know what happened in Jantar Mantar, and because of that, it really creates a fear how we will have to actually handle Gen Z. We will go into some of the live happenings and then we will come back to our class. Today, India stands on the strength of youths like you. Our future, that means we as 40 plus or 50 plus, we are relying that we are going to get aged. Your mother and father, your uncle and aunt, they are planning to get aged based on the strength of you, and that is very important. And today's class is all about what kind of healthy and good practices should youngsters like you have. We will go back to the real fact. Why are we discussing healthy practices of youngsters? See, when NEET as an issue started off, all of us really felt bad. We know what really happens in the family where a son or a daughter is writing a NEET or a CET or any kind of a competitive exam. ಆ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ 9th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು 9th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 10th ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಿ ಯು ಸಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಿ ಯು ಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲ 11th ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 12th ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು the entire family will be focused on that NEET exam. It's not the daughter alone, it's not the son alone. The family would have actually sacrificed everything that is possible. They would have stopped watching movies, they would have stopped actually switching on the TV, they would have stopped going to festivals or celebrating festivals in a big manner, they would have stopped going to marriages. I know a lot of my own friends who had given up everything because they wanted their son to actually clear this NEET or IIT or JEE with flying colors. I'm a father of my elder son who is doing his final year MTech in IIT Kharagpur. I know what kind of efforts the family put across to see to it my son will not be disturbed in any manner. He would be given complete comfort zone so that his preparation should be only for that IIT JEE or NEET or anything else. Nothing else will come between him and that preparation. When all this is happening, the family would have given up everything, and finally the exam day comes and the exam happens, and afterwards we come to know that the paper is leaked, and then you will have to write a re-exam. Do you know what kind of stress it is going to lead to the person who has to write the exam, and for the family who is actually bringing up this child right from 4 to 5 years thinking this is his ultimate turning point of life. And we were completely devastated when we came to know something like this has happened. And it is the same with all the families. And people like you cannot take up stress. You are Gen Z. You are Gen Z when you are in a group. When I call you individually and I'll ask you to act as Gen Z, it doesn't happen. And when there is a mass, you can always do wonders. When there is an individual, you cannot do wonders. So that is the reason we say, irrespective of what is the team size, together everybody achieves more. If that together can become more and more, it can actually topple the entire nation. Today I am talking about a very serious subject because we are aging thinking that you people will take care of us. We are aging thinking that you people will take care of our grandchildren. We are aging thinking that you are going to put India in such a future so that my grandson or granddaughter also will enjoy the same life what we have enjoyed now. But friends, we will have to be cautious. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಂತ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. We are talking about our healthy practices as youngsters. We will have to seriously think what happened in Nepal. We will have to seriously think what happened in Sri Lanka. We will have to seriously think what happened in Bangladesh. It was a simple protest which started off and it toppled the government. People who were involved, students who were involved in the protest also told, I don't know why I did this protest because today Sri Lanka is 50 years beyond. Bangladesh has got into such a place where it can never become once again a prosperous Bangladesh again. Never and ever. So in the hands of these youngsters, there is a bigger responsibility, and you as college graduating students of this year,
I think a bigger responsibility lies in every one of you. So today I am going to speak about certain things if we can fine tune and redo it. I'm not looking from your perspective. I'm just looking from my perspective. When I was of your age, if somebody would have told me what human values can do, what youngsters can do to this nation, yes, that is the class today I want to take. I want to tell you, I want to put a mirror in front of you and tell life is not as easy as you think. It can get into such a chaos, just like Sri Lanka has gone beyond, and just like Bangladesh has gone beyond, just like Nepal has gone beyond. India cannot be safer if you guys are not going to keep it safe. So every one of you has a responsibility now. Being born to your parents, yes, your responsibility to take care of parents is one of the greatest humanity you will have to express. But if you are not able to take care of our nation, which can keep us as we are right now, with this kind of a democratic country, if this kind of a freedom what we have, if we can maintain to keep it for next 300-400 years, that means today's class has become successful. So everybody has a responsibility to execute. Together, everybody achieves more. And today, the youngsters have more power than any one of us. We say today's youths are tomorrow's leaders. Today's youths are tomorrow's future. We were not in that zone where we could feel proud about India, because when we were actually graduating, when your lecturers were graduating, we did not study from the books that India is great. We did not study from the books that India was the one which gave zero to the world, and today computer technology is lying on that zero. We did not study India was the only country which told very confidently that the earth is round and the sun is stagnant inside and there is a planets which are rounding around. We were the one who told this, but nobody told us we were so smart. We did not know what yoga was, we did not know what Vedic mathematics was, we did not even know who Aryabhatta was. Why? Our education system, which was a shadow of the Britishers' education system, was not changed at all. We continued to have the same kind of education system, and we thought India is a nation where it was invaded multiple times, and we were the ones who got invaded multiple times. We did not feel good about it. We actually felt ashamed. We felt ashamed about what we were. And slowly great leaders start coming up and they start telling what India was and what India is capable of. And today you guys are in that generation where you think of any vertical, Indians are always there. You think of AI, Indians are always there in the top 10. You think of Google, India is already there in top 3. You think of Microsoft, India is always there in that top 3. You think of the best missile the world can ever think of, top 3 mein BrahMos also will come. India is already there. You think of one planet Mars, if India is there, yeah, India is already there. You think of one satellite or artificial satellite or a satellite that is moon, if India is there, India is already there. You are living in that place where you can feel confident about what India is. Now it is for you to prove that we can hit that bullseye, and by 2047 India has to be declared as a developed nation. We don't want it to be called as developing nation. This is the target that we have. We got independence, 100 years is nearly coming to an end. At least by now we will have to have ourselves called as developed nation, and that responsibility lies in each and every one of you. Always remember, human life is not given just like that. All of you have put lot of good karma, and because of that consistent good karma, today you are born as a human. There may be so many such janmas, there may be so many such incarnations that a person gets as a living entity, and finally the birth of a human is given. If you have been selected to be born as a human, that means you are that selected leader. Now you have a responsibility to execute. Why? God has gifted you with one of the greatest gifts. He has given you a birth as human. Now you will have to exhibit your living in so beautiful manner, and you will have to set an example and say, my human life was not wasted, and that responsibility lies in each and every one of you. Life is not as easy as it was for us.
I still know 20 years before we could actually get into a job, there was no such caliber checking which used to happen and people used to give jobs. No. Let it be HMT, let it be HAL, let it be ISRO. People used to walk in and they used to get a job. Today it is not like that. You walk in, there is no job available. You walk in next with you and along with you, 1,000 people will be walking in, and among those 1,000 people, they will have to select 2 or 3. Now the competition is very, very high. And today you are in that particular phase, you don't have a threat with humans at all. Then where is the threat? The threat is with AI, because what AI is capable of, it cannot be measured by all of you put together also, because he is 1,000 times better than all of you put together. So taking your life very lightly is not going to definitely help you. Not only from the perspective of how healthy practices you can make, one of the healthy practices is, come what may, day in, day out, I will keep on upgrading myself in the technical skill set that can get me and fetch me that right job. If I don't keep on upgrading, then I am again playing a wrong game. So whatever the wrong game you play, you will definitely get into a wrong place. So it is your responsibility to actually say today, I am going to follow this, I am going to see myself being successful. There is a beautiful saying, if all of you really know, who is responsible for each and every one of your success? You yourself are responsible for your success. You yourself are responsible for your failure. There is a beautiful saying, we always say, दुश्मन कहाँ है? No, दुश्मन बगल में नहीं है, दुश्मन अंदर है. For a chai wala to become the prime minister, दुश्मन अगल बगल में नहीं था, दोस्त अगल बगल में नहीं था. There was no friend there was no dushman outside, both were inside. Actually, this chaiwala became a greatest friend of himself, so he pushed himself from what he was to becoming something unimaginable, from a chaiwala to a prime minister. Two such tribal people who should have lived as a tribal and they should have died as a tribal, and nobody would know a person like him did exist. But one man becomes a president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, and one lady for which all of you will have to be proud of. She becomes the first citizen of India, the great Draupadi Murmu. Ask yourself, God has already put you in a better place. Don't you deserve that for your life? You deserve something better than what Draupadi Murmu was given? Yes. For that, your actions are going to decide where you are going to land. Today's session is all about when a choice is given to you. When a choice is given to you and two options are given to you, which is the option you are going to choose, that will decide whether a chaiwala becomes a prime minister, whether a tribal woman or a tribal man becomes a president, or a fisherman's son becomes the greatest scientist, the missile man of India. This lies in the choices that you execute. What are the choices you are ready to execute? And God plays a beautiful trick, because we are talking about right kind of rules and healthy practices. What is healthy practice? Healthy practice is not doing something which is pleasurable. Healthy practice is trying to do something which is painful. See, God gives you an opportunity. Have you observed, every kind of a choice will have two kinds of emotions associated with it. One emotion we will call it as pleasure. ನನಗೆ ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That is called as pleasurable experience, pleasurable emotion. ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ I don't experience pleasure, I experience pain. ಅದನ್ನ we call it as a painful experience ಅಂತ. So ಪ್ರತಿ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಎರಡು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ what do you exactly choose? We always want to choose pleasure. Right now there is a session, I can wind it up within 1 hour, but if you people are seriously sitting, I can also extend it by half an hour and make it 1.5 hours. But if you can really take it seriously, it can also be extended for 2 hours. But how many of you are ready to take up that pain? Now a choice will lie in your hand.
Most of you, the moment I told 2 hours, you are waiting to see to it. What can I do in order to see to it? I live out of this class, because sitting here and completely focused is a painful experience. Now you have a choice. Will you choose the pain or will you choose the pleasure? So most of you want pleasure. So the future and the destination will depend on the choices, and what choice you make will decide where you will go. It's not always the destination is fixed and you simply go there. No, for you to reach the destination, every time you will have to make a choice. Every day you will have to make a choice. Every hour you will have to make a choice. And every time you make a choice, it will take you close to the destination. But every time you make a choice, believe this, healthy habit is making a choice which is painful right now. Why? Anything that is painful right now will give you permanent pleasure in future. Anything that is pleasurable now will give you permanent pain in future. We don't realize this is a trick God had played. We will go back to that first 2 humans, a male and a female. He kept a pleasure and told, don't eat this fruit. The moment somebody says don't do this, you always tend to think of I want to do that only. And your focus is there, you hit that, and then what happens? Everybody knows. God has played the trick with the first father of all fathers and mothers. The parent of all of us, who were those 2 people, and he told, if you can conquer your emotions, you can conquer the world. But are we ready to conquer that emotion? Most of the time we are not ready to conquer that emotion. If an option is given, getting up every day at 5 o'clock can actually bring lot of focus on my studies, can I start getting up at 5 o'clock? This is one of the healthy habits. How many of you are ready to practice that? Getting up at 5 o'clock, the moment the alarm rings, what happens? You feel that that is the right time for you to sleep, because you get the best and the sound sleep at that moment. Yes, I say yes. So what you do, a choice is given. There is a pleasure, there is a pain. Getting up is pain, sleeping is pleasurable, but all those who got up today, they are 95 plus or 90 plus. And all those who did not get up, they are always 80 minus, 70 minus, 40 minus. Few of you have failed. Why? Because you could not win over how to choose pleasure and pain. God also plays this beautiful trick. Anything that is pleasurable today will not be pleasurable tomorrow also. I'll take up a simple example. For most of you boys, today girls are also not excluded. I just travel a small distance of 2-3 kilometers. I find there is a college guy holding on to a cigar and he is a boy. No, there are some girls do also do the same. Do you know how the pleasure and pain actually hits you here? Today you would have tried the cigar because your friends bullied you and told you you are a big Gandhi. You did not like to be called as Gandhi. If somebody tells me I am a Gandhi, I will be happy and I will say, call me once again. I want to know that I am real Gandhi. Please call me once again. But few of you, you take it offensive, and what do? Give me. What is that you are telling? I will also smoke and show you I am not a Gandhi. Give me that. What is that I should drink? I will also drink and show you I am not a Gandhi. Tell me when I should bunk the class and we will go for a movie. I also have guts. I will also bunk classes. No. All these are not in the right direction. And what was pleasurable today, 1 cigar a day, which was pleasure to you, after 10-15 days, 1 cigar a day will not be pleasurable. God also plays a dirty game there. What is pleasurable today will not be pleasurable today. God also plays a beautiful game there, telling what is painful today, tomorrow it won't be painful. Over a period of time, the pain will become painless, and that painless will become painlessness. Today getting up at 5 o'clock was painful. Today not eating oily products was painful. Today writing 25 pages was painful. When I continuously keep doing it over a period of 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, slowly I realize the pain that I experienced on the first day and the pain that I am experiencing now, it has come down. Yes, the pain becomes painless. Pleasure, whatever was giving me pleasure with 1 cigar, with 1 peg, or with 1 injection, the drug, or with 1 powder getting in, that is not exactly the same after 15 days, after 40 days. Why? You feel like I did not feel it.
Then the dose improves. One cigar becomes two cigars becomes a pack of cigars, and one pack becomes two pack becomes multiple pack, and a day would come where one bottle also would not be enough for you, and that pleasure would actually take you and it will make you a slave, and your life will be completely devastated. Why? Because you made that first attempt. My dear friends, I am again telling you, if by force or by challenge, if somebody says you are a Gandhiji, loudly shout on the top of your voice, yes, I am Gandhi, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't want to be abused, I will not abuse anybody. That should be the standard of how you will have to live. You should not feel offended there. You should actually feel proud about that. I've seen even in driving, one person comes right in front of you, he says, bro, what you will do, you will become just like that dog. He's testing you. He will say, what you will do? I will also do. Bro. So what is happening? You are giving the key to every of your friend and you are making him play like a monkey, and he keys you and you play. He keys you and you play. You don't drink? What is this? You are a big Gandhi. You don't have dil. You say, yes, I don't have a dil. I don't drink. That strong stand, if you are not going to take today, your life will take a different turn. Chaiwala will remain as a Chaiwala and die as a Chaiwala, and a tribal woman will remain as a tribal woman and she will die as a tribal woman, and this fisherman's son who was a fisherman will remain a fisherman and die as a fisherman. All of you, one more very important thing, because I am talking to adolescents people. See, adolescence is an age where energy level is very, very high. What I mean by adolescence has a very high energy level means, let us understand life like this. In Vedas and Upanishads, it is being told, in the 24 hours of our day and night, what we call a birth and death. Our 24 hours can be evaluated as early in the morning when you are born and you slowly die, that means the darkness comes and the darkness ends, and again a new day begins, a new birth happens and the day dies, again a new day is born and the day dies. This is a ritual. So early in the morning when the sun is about to begin, that means the beginning of any journey, what you call, at that beginning of the journey, we call it as Brahmi Muhurta, that means the most sacred time of this 24 hours. What is it scientifically proved is, anybody who makes any attempt on that particular time, with little efforts you can get maximum benefit out of it. So it is always been told, these are the time when you will have to put complete focus on what is very important for you in your life. So that is when you focus on that very important thing of your life, it can churn your life and it can bring a new person altogether. But if you don't do that, you will suffer, because if this moment is lost, you will never get that moment once again in your life. Because I am not talking about the next day which is coming, I am not talking about the next day it is coming. What I am telling is, adolescent age is also called as Brahmi age of an individual. Brahmi years of an individual. If a Chaiwala could become the Prime Minister, his adolescent age was the place where the difference happened. If this fisherman's son became the missile man of India, during the adolescent age, how he worked, what kind of sincerity he showed during his graduation time, during his post-graduation time, during his initial job time, this has made all the difference, and today they stand where they stand because of how they use these years. Right now you are in the peak of that year. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, these are called as Brahmi years of your age. During this Brahmi years, if you can align yourself without doing any kind of a monkey duties there, I think your life will be so blissful. You will feel proud about yourself, how you have spent these years, because your future will be so secure. You will be in the highest paid job. You will be in a best company whatsoever, which you never thought could be yours.
Do you know, even for a BCA student, if you just go back to find out what is the miracle placements that would have happened in Dell, what would have been a miraculous placement that would have happened in any kind of a top 10 companies, be it Infosys, be it Google, be it HP, even for a BCA, BCom, BA students, there was a salary of 75 lakhs per annum which was offered, CTC. It is possible. Everything is possible. If a chaiwala can become a prime minister, even you who is sitting here can exactly go to this job where your CTC will not be thousands, it will be at least 50 lakhs, 1 crore per year. It is possible. My son, when he attended 2-3 interviews, most of the interviews they offered him 1.25 CR, 1.5 CR per year. It is possible. And even in PES, I have seen my own students who had got an offer of 1.5 CR, 1.25 CR. Why? Because they knew that this is what is my target and this is what I want to achieve. So during these years, during these adolescent years, if you are not going to start practicing good and healthy practices, definitely your route of reaching that highest salaried job, your route of reaching that being an entrepreneur, your route of reaching that being a leader will fall flat and you will become just like anybody else. God has actually released you with a concept of everything is Brahmasmi. Do you know there is a beautiful word what we call Aham Brahmasmi? What do you mean by Aham Brahmasmi? It is a saying that I am the creator, I myself is that Brahma, I can create whatever I want to create. It is true. You are capable of creating what you want. The great Clement Stone, who was the CEO of a Ford group of automobile industry, he very clearly told human mind and human body is a creator. He is a manifester of what you want. That is what we told Aham Brahmasmi. That means we are the creators. If I strongly feel I will own a company which is #1 company in the world, I shall own that company. Why? You are Aham Brahmasmi. But the day you forget that you can do it, if you start feeling that I cannot do it, then what happens? There also it is Aham Brahmasmi. Why? You told you can do it, that means you can. If you tell I cannot do it, that means you cannot do it. Why? You are Aham Brahmasmi. I can do it, it shall happen to you. The moment because of few kind resistance, if you start thinking it is not possible for me, then slowly Aham Brahmasmi, not possible for me. But the same thing we will explain in an English terminology. What does this English terminology says? Human mind is capable of creating anything. He has to wish for it. He has to just wish for it. Let us take up a simple example. There is a story which says, take a magical lamp and rub the magical lamp. The genie would appear and what would the genie say? Your wish is my command, master. What do you want? You say, I want to be an engineer. Have you ever seen in any of the stories the genie saying, I cannot make you an engineer? No, he says, your wish is my command, master. You shall become an engineer. What does that mean? Aham Brahmasmi. Agar mai chahta hu, if I want to, Nanu obba raja nagbeku, Aham Brahmasmi, it is possible. The greatest lesson of Aham Brahmasmi was taught right from the childhood by the greatest teacher called as Chanakya. He picked up a street boy who had never educated himself, and he tells him, you are that Brahma, you are that Aham Brahmasmi. If you think you can, you can. I am going to make you an emperor. Come. And he picked him up. He never told, I am going to make you a king. He told, I am going to make you an emperor. Like that, there is a Chanakya lying in every one of you. There is this Arjuna or a Chanakya who is lying in every one of you, and he is capable of helping you achieve whatever you want to achieve. But are you ready with that, telling that this is what I want to achieve? No, most of us do not know what we want to achieve. What should we call such people who have not yet decided what you want to achieve? Let me take up a beautiful story to make you understand this. I still remember that special day in my engineering program when my HOD taught me a lesson which I could never forget. I have been sharing this story with everyone whenever I get an opportunity. Because most of us are youths, we are Gen Z, we are talking about healthy practices. One of the healthy practices to have a goal for yourself. Most of you do not have a goal, and most of you have never thought from that perspective. You are just taking on, just like the animals who live in the zoo. They also breathe, they also eat, they also excrete, they will also reproduce, and they will also die one day. Ask how you are different from them. You are also living the same kind of a life. I got up in the morning, breakfast is ready, I eat the breakfast, I come to college, I attend few classes, I go back home. There is no vision at all. A man, if you are born as a human, there should be a dream, there should be a goal, and you should be working towards that goal. And that was created by Chanakya into the eyes and into the mind of that small boy who was playing this marble. Till then, that person's vision was, every time the match started, he wanted to win that match. Chanakya observed him. He used lot of tactics, but his vision was very, very clear. He should win that match, come what may. Use any kind of tantra. He played and he won the game. Multiple times he won the game. The strategy is what he used. Chanakya liked that strategy, and he told, if in a small game like this, if he can actually work so sincerely, if he can work so smartly, if somebody can train him, he can also rule the world. These were the lines that went through this Chanakya, and he picks up that boy and says, I am going to make you one of the emperor, start from today. Why? He was able to create that. Most of us, that vision is not at all created. If that vision is not created, how will anybody come and help you if you are not ready? God can only help those who can help themselves. If you are not even ready to tell where you want to go, how do you think God will help you out? A simple story. It was a final year of my engineering. I did it from UVCE. There was a project. It was not a normal academic project. A project of knowing any job is not easy. Be it a job of a carpenter, be it a job of an electrician, be it a job of a power karmic, be it a job of a nurse, be it a job of an attender. No job is easy, and every job is important. Everybody needs to be respected. So our HOD had told the entire class, you are going to spend one day or an half a day in one particular vertical where you will work from morning till evening or morning till afternoon, and give a report about what was your experience about that job. What was your learning about the job?
He had given a big list, being an electrician, being a conductor, being a carpenter, being an helper, being a nurse, being a doctor, being a compounder, being in a medical shop from morning till afternoon, being in a grocery shop from morning till afternoon, being in the traffic uniform, helping a traffic man from morning till afternoon. Like that, we had a big list of jobs. So what we were interested was being a conductor. Why? We were big fans of superstar Rajinikanth. And we knew if Rajini sir started off with a conductor, our life also will be beautiful. Let us take this being a role of a conductor for half a day. We went up to the HOD and we told, sir, we are ready to be a conductor for half a day. Our sir was very impressed. He told, okay, when do you want to go? Sir, we will fix up this Sunday. Immediately the HOD so told, this Sunday I am also free, I will accompany you. And immediately we told, thank you, sir. But our thank you did not mean thank you. Our thank you was Nive sir bartira nave hogtivi. So that was what exactly we meant, because he was a very strict lecturer. I think you will never remember the lecturers who were very shallow. You will always remember that strict lecturer, because that strict, disciplined lecturer who was very strict, who was very punishing in his act, you will only remember him because he would have transformed you. Others would have just left you get lost. Do you know when a teacher or a lecturer comes and talks to you and he scolds you, that means he cares for you. If you have not been scolded multiple times, then you can never become that sculpture. Not possible at all. An idol will never become a beautiful idol if somebody is not hit it multiple times. If you have not been hit by your lecturer, and if they are neglecting you, that is the biggest crime that could happen. Today is Guru Purnima, and I am telling you, if you do not have such scolding lecturers in your life, that means God has deprived you something very important in your life. The man who can sculpt you and make a beautiful statue out of you, he's been deprived in your life. That is the greatest loss. It's not, money is not the greatest loss. Both the kidneys not working, you have 3 crores of rupees, blood sugar, everything is inside only, that to overdose. Will it work? No. You will always say, instead of this, I should have had a good health. So depriving of the great strict lecturers like Chanakya, if they are not there in your life, that means you are deprived of a very big gift that God could give you, because such things, when it is given in abundance, only then a chaiwala becomes a prime minister. Only then this Draupadi Murmu becomes the first citizen of India. Do you know what she told? I thank God because during the course of my life, every year on year, I got so many mentors who trained me, who punished me, who changed me, who transformed me. Thank you, O God, for all that. And thank you also for so many such situations where I had to shed tears because I could not handle it. Thanks for giving me such opportunities where it brought a new me out of me. Because I staying in the jungle, not knowing any language to talk, coming to a village itself was a big challenge. Somehow I made it to the village. Trying to think beyond the village was highly impossible, but I got opportunities, I got people who helped, I got people who made fun of me, I got people who ridiculed me, and all this really helped me, and I came to the city. A tribal woman coming to the city itself is the biggest achievement. If I would have gone back to my tribal place, people would have respected me, they would have honored me as though I am an Gnanapita awardee winner. Why? Because I have reached at least the city. But thanks to all of them who made me again what I am, they pushed me to come to the capital city of that particular state. Thanks to them. Thanks to all my enemies who made me feel so bad, who bullied me, who ragged me and made me what I am today. It is not my friends who made me what I am today. It is my friends and my enemies also who made me what I am today. And whatever I am, it is because of what they taught me in life. And she comes to the city and there was no looking back. She goes on jumping step after step, step after step. There was a place where she could think, this is my comfort zone, let me sit. Like most of you think, this is my comfort zone, let me sit. If you sit, you will permanently sit, you will never be able to get up. So it's very important to learn that you should not sit in a comfort zone from yesterday to today. From yesterday to today, you should have gone outside the comfort zone. You should have tried something away from the comfort zone. Only when you try like that, you're growing. If you're not trying like that, you and the animals are the same. Because they also live, they also die, you also live, you also die. Going back to the story, we told we wanted to be a conductor and he told okay, and we came in. We were ready with all the pre-requirements because we had gone to Friday and we choose the same bus which will go from Majestic to Kormangla, because that was the bus what this great conductor had chosen, who is a superstar now. It was only 9 stops. It was not difficult for us. I had gone on the previous day. We were 3 of us, because all 3 of us were in a group and we were supposed to do it together. So we went to the conductor, we gave him the letter, we told him something like this, we are practicing. He told, okay, you can come on Sunday. I took how many stops are there, what is the cost of the full ticket, what is the cost of the half ticket, how to identify if it is a pass, how to identify if he is a senior citizen. Everything was well planned. And the day came on Sunday early in the morning at 6:30, we were there in the bus stop. Along with us, the HOD also had come. The bus also came. The conductor also came. The conductor showed this is the bus. We got into the bus and I whistled and the driver started. The conductor told all the best. The conductor's all the best means it was Ella Olledagli. The driver looked back and he told all the best. All the best andre maga eno kaadide. Being a conductor is not easy. Being a driver is not easy. The moment the driver told that, we were so confident because we had mastered, we have by-hearted all the stops. What is the cost of every stop and what is the cost of anything that would come for a conductor. We had asked the conductor, sir, what all difficulties you will face in being a conductor. He had given a big list, we were ready for all. Now as soon as the whistle was blown, the driver started, he looked back and again told all the best. Then we started.
There were few of the passengers who got in. We went up to the first passenger and we asked him, where do you want to go? Yellow Big, sir. He immediately told, I want to go to Double Road. The speed at which I picked up the ticket and gave the change, because it was a consistent slips that we were supposed to give, by buttoning, understanding how many stops he is going to go. So we gave him the ticket, and the speed at which I gave back the change, they were very, very happy. We also felt good about it. The conductor was not there, the driver looked back, he smiled. But his smile was not 100%. He told, this is not it. There will be a lot of problems you will experience. I went to the next passenger. The next passenger told he wanted to go to market. I immediately blew the whistle, because from Majestic, if you are planning to come to the market, you are going in reverse direction. Most of you, you want to achieve something, but you are sitting in a different bus and you are traveling somewhere else. You can't sit under an apple tree and say, mangoes fall, mangoes fall, mangoes fall. In the same manner, you can't sit in a bus which takes you to becoming an engineer and expect yourself to become an entrepreneur. It will not work. Right now is the time. During these sacred years, ask yourself what you want to become and sit under the right tree, so that the same what is expected will fall. You can't get onto a Kanyakumari bus and pray to God, take me to Kashmir, take me to Kashmir, take me to Kashmir. How can He take you to Kashmir? Because you are physically sitting in a bus which is taking you to Kashmir. No, which is taking in the reverse direction to Kanyakumari. Like most of you sitting here, you yourself don't know where you want to go. Either you are following a herd mentality of going to some place, or you have not yet decided where you want to go. How can God handle you when you have not decided where you want to go? Most difficult even for the gods. Most difficult even for the genie. Genie can tell you, I want to go to this particular place. Genie will take you there. But genie cannot handle other kind of an answers or other kind of a questions. That is what will come now. I immediately blew the whistle. The bus stopped. I advised him, this is not the bus. We are going in opposite direction. Please get down, go to the other compartment and then pick up another bus. He went. I was happy. The driver was little happy. By that time, 2 stops was over. We had decided we will only do it for 10 people and then we will shift it. So I did it for 10 people and then I was supposed to shift. I was not ready to shift. Why? 11th and 12th, there were 2 beautiful girls sitting. I somehow wanted to impress them. I was an young boy. I wanted to impress them. Just impress, that's all. I suppose wrong thoughts was not there. So I told we will exchange after 12 seats. By that time, one man had got into the bus, 2 stop was over. I could not offer him the ticket. He immediately came and told, I want to go to Shivaji Nagar. I was smart, because the same bus will go half the distance to Shivaji Nagar. There, if he gets down a Double Road, he can catch up a different bus. In your life also, you would have got onto a company of some friends. It could be a company of few friends who are sitting there. I can also make out there are 1 or 2 disturbances which is happening. The person who is sitting next to him, I think you should be the most worried person, because it is your parents' hard-earned money that you have put here and you are learning here. How many of you feel when you are sitting here and attending these classes, your mom is watching a TV and enjoying, your father is actually watching a movie, giving up his job and enjoying, or having a peg in the bar and restaurant? No! We have such a respected parents who are working day in, day out from morning till evening because they want to give us something. So you should have respect towards them and see to it every time you spend in the college, it is their hard-earned sweat and blood that you are utilizing to enjoy this luxury. Please do not underestimate yourself. You are capable of doing miracles. There is an hidden jewel right now in you. You will have to just bring it out and shine. And there is no time. You will become a greatest man and the greatest woman of this earth. It is possible. Please believe in yourself. You are humans. You are Aham Brahmasmi. You can create a Duryodhana out of you. You can also create a Rama out of you. It is possible. And immediately I went over to that girl and I wanted to impress her. So I stand right in front of that girl and I asked, "Ma'am, where do you want to go?" She told me something. My heart went to the driver and the driver pushed it back. Can you make a guess? What do you think she would have told?
Anybody? Boys? What do you think she would have told? Yes, few guesses what they made. Brother, I would have been happy to be a brother to a smart sister. I want to be. If she would have told uncle, I would have still been happy. Having a niece and a niece is also beautiful. Let me, without wasting time, as soon as I asked her, where do you want to go? I was ready with the tickets, I was ready with the bags, I was ready with the change. As soon as I asked, where do you want to go? Her immediate answer was, sir, I don't know where I want to go, give me wherever you want. How will you handle that? All of you right now sitting here, if God himself is coming and asking where do you want to go, most of you have not decided where do you want to go. How do you think he can help you when you have not yet decided? How is that an healthy practice? How is that a good practice? That definitely cannot be an healthy practice. That definitely cannot be a good practice because you are not yet ready and you are not yet decided where you want to go. It was such a confused state. For the first time, driver looked at me and he gave a smile telling, like this you will get more, don't worry. Next to him was his Valentine sitting, a boy neatly dressed like one of you. I went up to him and I thought, maybe because I asked him in English, she did not answer. I thought once again I'll try that girl. I went up to her and I told, Akka, where do you want to go? Sometime God would have come in different form and he would have asked. Genie would have come in different form and he would have asked you to at least tell what you want to do. Tell where you want to go. And that again in Kannada she told, "Nanage nijwaglu gottilla where I want to go, give wherever you want." I thought, let me help her. Shall I give the last stop? Shall I make you an engineer? I really don't know. Make whatever you want. How will you handle this? And next to him, one boy, Valentine, was sitting, our own friend. I went up to him. I asked him. He also told the same thing. Now I wanted my friends to take the turn. They were not ready. By that time, it was already double road. Only 3 more stops were there for Koramangala to come. I was confused what to do with these two boys, that girl and the boy. But still, at that double road stop, one elderly couple got up. Along with that elderly couple, their own son, who was around 20 years old, he was behaving like he's still a child. He was holding on to his father's shirt like this, holding on to her mother's hand like this. He was shaking. I could make out something bad and horrible would have happened. They would have come to Nimans for counseling. So I immediately made a place for them. I gave them the ticket, made them sit. By that time, the Nimans bus stop had come. The bus stopped. I immediately requested the elderly couple along with their son, "Ma'am, sir, your Nimans stop has come, you can go." At that moment, the driver looked back and he told, "Avribru Valentine idaralla, avrgu Nimans alle ilisbidi. You also make them get down in Nimans." Actually, when she told, "I don't know where I want to go," every bad words came in my mind. I wanted to use all the bad words, but HOD was standing there. Like if you were the driver, you will also feel the same. Now, in a simple journey of 40 minutes from Majestic to Koramangala, if a person has not decided where he wants to go, we will definitely feel like scolding him, telling him he is mad, he needs to go to Nimans. Look at every one of you. You are in a journey of life where most of you have decided, I will die only after the age what Deve Gowda dies, because you know he is already 95 but still he is healthy. And I want to die only at the age when Sri Shivkumar Swamiji died, and you have already decided. But right now in this long journey of 90 years, 100 years, 105 years or 70 years, if I ask you where do you want to go, most of you have not decided. How will you handle this? Will I call it as an healthy living or should I call it as a very unhealthy living? This is what is horribly wrong with all of us. Our education system has never taught us to decide what I want to achieve, what I want to become. This becomes the most important part of your healthy behavior, which you will have to start cultivating come what may. Your habits, your destiny, whatever I told you, depends on what you are going to make the choices today. So, whenever you are making a choice, always remember there are 2 emotions that will be associated with your choice. Emotion number 1 will be pleasure. Emotion number 2 will be pain. What should you pick up? Pick up the pain. Because today it may be pain, but few days later, pain becomes painless. Painless becomes painlessness. Don't choose what you call pleasure, because today getting up at 6 o'clock was pleasurable. But tomorrow 6 o'clock won't be pleasurable. You want to get up at 6:15. After few days 7 o'clock. You will have some record breaking students in your group also. You ask him what time you get up, they will say 8 o'clock. Sunday what time you get up, there they will do Guinness record. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It should not go in that sense. Can it be in the positive sense? If you want to become a tomorrow's leader, you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to be a scientist, engineer, teacher or parents, right now decide the right way or the healthy way of making choices is pick up the choice which has pain now. Do not pick up the choice which has pleasure now. Be it anything. Be it anything. The truth about success is not created by talent, it is created by habits. Habits means making the right choices which is painful. Keep doing it regularly, you will see permanent pleasure. If you keep volunteering pleasure, you will see permanent pain. A small change which you will have to understand. Today's reality, most of the Bangalore colleges, they are actually caught in a digital trap. Research shows that an average person spends more than 3-4 days on social media, according to the number of hours. When I say 3-4 days means you are living, forgetting the nights, your entire living from morning 6 to evening 6. In that, what is the consumption of social media when we evaluate? In a week, 3-4 days you are spending only on social media, which is actually becoming a digital trap which you are not knowing. There also, they play a dopamine kind of a, you can call it as a virus or a dopamine kind of a pleasure which keeps coming and it will never stop. You get into any kind of an Instagram, you will never feel like stopping with 10 minutes. 10 minutes becomes 1 hour, 1 hour becomes 2 hours. Sometimes the whole night you would have actually seen, you would not know because the videos are created in an AI interface. It will always give you better and best videos again and again. So you don't feel like stopping it at all. A time would come where when we talk about forgetfulness is coming after 50 years. Today forgetfulness as a disease is coming to 30 plus, 40 plus and even for 20 plus students. I get lot of students who come for NIMHANS for counseling. Just because the parents don't want to take them to NIMHANS, the doctors in NIMHANS advise you can go and talk to this person, Dr. Mallikarjun, he can always advise you better. Because most of the parents say, I don't want to take my daughter to NIMHANS because our psychology should not feel that she is something mad. Today all of us are suffering, either with a small depression or with a big depression, either with a small addiction or a big addiction, and you and me, both of us do not know. So it's very important you know what is right and keep following that. You stop what is wrong right now. Otherwise, your life will take a different track and you can never enjoy the bliss of examples what I gave you. So your lifestyle crisis is happening because of the junk foods. People are falling sick every now and then. Immune system is falling so badly. So everybody is being addicted to various diseases which can come down the line. It could be any kind of a cancerous disease, it could be BP, it could be sugar. Everything is following because of the lifestyle crisis. Follow the right kind of lifestyle. Poor sleep, your body needs sleep for regeneration. If you don't give him the required amount of sleep, it is going to make your body suffer. If you have an unhealthy body, that will lead to unhealthy mind. So an unhealthy body and unhealthy mind will not give you a better career. It will spoil your entire life. So take life quite seriously. Do not overload with too much of pressures, career pressures and relationship confusion. Let there not be. But that doesn't mean that you follow a herd mentality also. Herd mentality means whatever my friend has done, I will also do the same. Let it not be like that. It's not going to help you. So, what I mean by herd mentality, let me give you a simple example. Most of your BA, BCom, BBA, BCA students, your choice of doing BA, BCom, BBA and BCA student, it was just by compulsion or by choice or by influence of herd mentality, none of you know. Let me take up a beautiful example. A girl in one family, she completes her 10th, her percentage was also around 85. Looking at that 85 percentage, father was happy. They were having a coffee during the breakfast time. Father asked her daughter, anyway you have scored 85%, now we are very happy.